Introducing first, the challenger. He fights out of the red corner. He wears navy blue and red trim. He's got 11 stone, 5 pounds, 4 ounces. Professional record, perfect. 12 fights, 12 victories, with 7 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the former 4-time amateur national champion, fighting out of Billericay, Essex, England. The Billericay Bomber, George Liddard. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with purple. He scaled 11 stone, 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Professional record, 23 victories, 3 defeats, 1 draw, with 7 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Northampton. Here is the reigning and defending British and Commonwealth middleweight champion, Kieron Conway.
Okay, gentlemen, you've both had your instructions in the dressing room, so you know what's expected. Keep your punches up, obey my commands, and protect yourselves at all times. Good luck to you both, gentlemen. Touch gloves.
Cracking crossroads fight, crackling atmosphere.
A moment.
Combination. Excellent work from George Liddard. Just think back 10 minutes or so to the ring walk and
to try and find the outcome, Conway, because this is all George Liddard at the minute.
When he's managed 23 victories in his long career, Kieron Conway, and he's been in Japan and America. He's well travelled. He's fought at a higher level. Will he be perturbed?
Kieron Conway's been around for ages. That fight he had with Ted Cheeseman here in this very venue.
What a scrap that was. Seems like a long, long time ago.
I tell you what, good double left hook there from Kieron Conway.
What we don't know about Liddard is what he's like. Really,
their record doesn't suggest that.
Good shot. Arcing hooks from Conway. Doesn't mind a fight. He's just full of confidence, isn't he, the 23-year-old?
And that's where I say the bullish part. You know, for a youngster, an inexperienced youngster, you've got to go and back up those words, and he's doing it so far.
Better from Conway in this round, but was it enough? From Liddard, he's obviously listened, Darren, to Tony. He's outboxed him, he's made his starts, and now he's going to the body. Conway fighting fire with fire. This is what the York crowd want to see.
Great exchange between the two. The eye is cut now underneath the right eye.
Good there from Conway.
Yeah, he's still dangerous, Kieron Conway. Remember, never been stopped in a long career. He's tough and he's brave, and he'll think there is still a way.
Because what Barry said, he's absolutely spot on with that breathing. In a marathon, if you like, a 12-round marathon like this is so important.
60th. This is a really mature and polished performance from George Liddard at this stage. But Kieron Conway will try and bank on that experience. And
when he leads with that right hand, you fall off balance there. Lovely 1-2 from Liddard.
Yeah, big shots, the hand's gone. He's reeling in here. I don't think you can carry on Kieron Conway. I think the hand has gone. He shakes his head. He's never been stopped. He might just be here. There's a long way to go.
So, I mean, he's boxed absolutely fantastic against a really good fighter in Conway. Let's not forget that. But now he's got a Conway who can't defend himself.
I think this has got to be curtains for Conway. If he can't keep those arms up.
Towel's got to come in. The towel has to come in.
He can't defend himself properly.
Liddard could just tee off. He's a sitting target. They're going to say Kieron Conway. George Liddard becomes the youngest British middleweight champion in history. And he wins the Commonwealth title.
George Liddard, congratulations, enjoying this special moment with your family here in the ring as well. We'll put that back on the shoulder. Someone can give you a hand with a belt, that'd be great. George, congratulations, and the new British and Commonwealth middleweight champion. You said you'd do it, you said you'd stop him, you've done it. What does this moment feel like?
And the new baby, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I said I was going to do it end of last year. Said by the end of this year, I'd be a British and Commonwealth champion, and it just goes to show the power of the law of attraction, baby. We said I was going to do it, and I did it. Youngest British middleweight champion ever. Get up! Come on, you ain't.
Kieron Conway expected you to start fast tonight, and you did start fast, George. You set the pace in the fight early. Did you feel you were getting to him early on in the fight tonight?
No, I just felt I had the sharper hands, the sharper feet. Listen, all credit to Kieron. You know, he's a seasoned fighter, and I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I knew I was going to have to box well, and we got the job done. We got the job done. I didn't want to win in that way. I know he obviously hurt his shoulder. I didn't want to win in that way, but I felt like I was winning the fight still, so I've got that to look at. But listen, you know, respect to him, but I'm the new youngest British middleweight champion ever. Get up.
When you noticed that something had gone wrong with Kieron, not sure if it was the hand or the shoulder, how did that affect the way you wanted to press the fight from then on? When you noticed that there was an injury, how did that affect how you wanted to press the fight and look to close the show?
Listen, we're fighters. At the end of the day, you go out for the kill, you got to get the win. That's just how it is. Any other fighter understands that. You understand, win by any means, and that's what I said I was going to do, and that's what I did. I knew I had to put the pressure on, and he knows in his head I was going to put the pressure on. And yeah, respect to him. I didn't want to win in the right way, like I said, but we got the win, and just big thank you to my team. Tony, I wouldn't be the fighter I am now if it wasn't for him, you know. I've learned so much from him in the pro game. I was a good amateur, but, you know, shout out to my amateur coach, Kipper, because he played a part in getting me here too. You know, big up Kipper McKim. But Tony, he's turned me into an experienced pro, as you can see in my 13th fight, picking up the British and Commonwealth middleweight titles. And let's be real, the middleweight's always a tough division, and we got it done.
Don't go anywhere, George. Kieron, we'll bring you in quickly. Kieron, commiserations. What was the injury? What happened at what stage of the fight, and how did it affect you?
I'm not sure when did it stop. 10? It was about round 8, something like that. I landed a left hand. I felt like I was just about to start picking the tempo up a bit. Landed a left hand, straight away felt it. And then, yeah, I tried to get it with just the right hand for the next round or two. But his feet were fast anyway, so it was hard enough to do it with one hand.
There was a lot said in the build-up between the pair of you. Great to see the respect now. What did you make of George Liddard? How good is he?
Oh, yeah, George is a good fighter. Very quick feet, made it difficult for me. Hard to get that rhythm, yeah. He was a lot quicker on the feet than what I expected.
We've seen you rebuild from setback before, Kieron. Much of the same, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 100%. 29 years old. I feel like I'm coming into my peak. We'll see what's next. Let that injury heal, and we'll be back.
Great stuff, Kieron. Congratulations on being a wonderful sport. Commiserations tonight, though. Great to see the respect. George, George, we'll bring you back in. How did you assess the challenge? Look, it was a big step up. I should get paid overtime for this. A big step up on paper. How did you assess the size, the strength of Kieron Conway in the ring tonight?
Listen, I see a lot of people saying this was too soon. I see it, but nothing can faze me. You know, I'm one of these fighters. I'm very mentally strong. I have all faith in God's plan for me. And I said, no matter what happens tonight, it's God's plan. And look what happened. We got the win. No one sees what I sacrificed for this. My family get to see it, the majority of it anyway, but no one sees behind closed doors what I put my mind through to get to here now. And, yeah, that just means so much, man. Honestly, I feel like I could cry. I feel that good. But, yeah, I'll see some of you hopefully after. I'll be in the Salmon and Ball if anyone wants a pint. See you in there.
We'll leave the final word to you, George, in just a moment. Tony, firstly, to you, look, the youngest ever British middleweight champion. A proud moment for you and for the gym. What did you make of his performance tonight?
Oh, he was unbelievable tonight. I thought he, from the first round, I thought he totally dominated the fight. I had him winning clearly before the stoppage, and you know, Kieron's a good fighter. He's been at world level fighters, and we knew he was experienced. But I've seen this kid in the gym. He's totally dedicated what he's done. And what I liked about him is he sat quiet behind all the other prospects. When a lot of them have gone on the other prospects in the Matchroom stable, he stayed quiet, got his work done, won the eliminator, got himself into position, and I'm so pleased with him. He boxed completely how I told him to box, and you know, as he says, the youngest British middleweight champion.
Certainly an incredible achievement. Promoter Eddie Hearn, I said to you in the build-up, look, if George can deliver on his promise, be the first to stop Kieron Conway, what might you be looking at? What are you looking at here?
I mean, firstly, wow, what a performance. And Tony's right. You know, George has been quite... Some of these guys, they come out with Olympic medals, European Championship, World Amateur Champions, and perhaps when George come to us with Tony, Tony was the one said, this guy, I believe he has a really good future. But without the amateur pedigree, he was a really good amateur. But for us, he was a local lad that we thought might go on and win English titles or Southern area titles. To do that at 23 years old and become the youngest ever British middleweight champion doesn't just make him the British and Commonwealth champion, it announces him as one of the top world prospects in boxing. And let's be honest, I don't believe that there's been a British and Commonwealth champion from Billericay before either. I mean, I might be wrong, you know what I mean? But, you know, in all seriousness, we need to acknowledge now, not just people in here, not just people watching around the world, we as a company need to acknowledge what we have on our hands now, because that was a performance, you know, that, you know, honestly, and I know that, like I said, we brought George on because we liked him, we loved, you know, his local Tony and everything, and I hoped he could one day go on and perhaps win a British title. Now at 23 to do that, we have to start looking at the world rankings and trying to push on for a world championship in the next 2 or 3 years. We got plenty of time. We got plenty of time, but he works very, very hard. Tony's done an amazing job. Honestly, that was a standout performance. There's not many, I can't even call him a prospect anymore. There's not many young fighters with 12 fights who go on and do something like that against a very experienced fighter. That was a world-class performance. Congratulations, mate. You deserve it. You work your socks off. You made history tonight for yourself, for Billericay, for Essex, and you will always be known, until someone beats the record, as the youngest ever British middleweight champion. Congratulations.
George Liddard, final one to you. Look, this journey is moving pretty quick. British and Commonwealth champion now. I think the European title is vacant. That's being contested for next month. How quickly do we keep moving?
Listen, I've got to speak to the team, see what they advise me to do. Look where they've got me already. You know, I put full trust in my team. People thought this was too early, but my team knew. This was a 50-50 fight. But Tony sees what I do. All the lads in the gym see what I do. Eddie knows I'm a good fighter. They wouldn't put me in if they didn't think I had a chance. And we won, baby. I'd love that European title. You know that. Next year, we're looking to push on. And listen, one day, I know we can make it happen. You know what I'm going to say? London Stadium, baby.